We use the library every semester for our senior seminar course.
I've used library instruction in my composition classes and my first year seminar classes and most of my journalism classes.
We also use the library in our historical research methods course, which is our new course that's geared towards people at the end of their sophomore year, so that we're getting them earlier in the process to teach them the kind of skills we hope that they've really got under their belt by the time they're seniors.
Every semester, my freshmen in Education 112, Implications of Diversity, have to do a research paper, and part of it is getting them familiar with professional resources in our field. And so they need to know how to, first of all, tell the difference between a peer-reviewed journal and everything else that's listed on the pages in the library.
So I have an assignment for my students where they have to present a primary journal article. Now, most of the students in my class are incoming freshmen, so they have no idea what that is. So we have had the librarians come over and talk to the students about what a primary journal article is, where you would find those, how to find them on the website, how to gain access to those, what to do if we don't have access to those.
And usually I have a whole hour-long session where the librarian comes in and talks about how to use the library and how to research sources.
Early in the semester we schedule a meeting, a session in the library to go over basic tools, database searches, other kinds of things.
They also go and talk about where secondary sources, and the librarians have shown them how to use clues within those secondary articles to go back to that primary journal article and find those.
I've used the library to help me teach students APA style. It's something that they seem to really struggle with, and so I find that I have to teach it more than once. So it's really helpful for them to also hear it from someone else.
So I have someone who represents the library, and it's been different people, but lately it's been Linda, has come into the classroom and done a whole presentation on finding peer-reviewed journals and being able to tell what the difference is, how to find them easily, how to narrow the search down so you don't have 1,000 hits.
I think that students love hearing about what resources the library has to offer.
And the wonderful thing about that is that they come to the classroom. We arrange a time ahead of time. They usually come with printed resources for the students.
The great thing has been that the library has always asked us, what are your students working on, what kinds of topics, and so that when we come in for those sessions, they are prepared with specific resources that will be of use to our students.
They bring their handheld devices or computers with them, and they look up their specific topic as she's talking to them.
And they have also put together a course guide that the students can go to at any time. It has all the sources listed, reminder on how to find this information, where to get these clues, and that seems to have helped.
The library reinforces what I teach, and I can reinforce what they learned from the librarians.
Many of our students are intimidated by libraries, and before I was doing the library session for our senior seminar, some students were their idea of collecting resources was to just walk to the shelf of the library and see what was there.
I think the first thing I noticed was they were a lot more comfortable with their assignment.
The materials that they collect for their research projects have improved dramatically since we began making library sessions a central part of our process.
Before it was just, I can't find anything. I can't find anything.
And the students also know that they can go back to those very same librarians and get a refresher on it if they need to.
It shows them that the librarians are nice people who will help them.
The other thing I noticed is they seem more comfortable with the librarians. I hear a lot in class, I'm going to go over and have them help me find this.
When I sit down with individual students who are really struggling with sources, and I give them a couple of tips, I'd always tell them, go back and schedule another one-on-one session with a librarian. You need to find better sources, you need to mine the databases better, and when they come back with better sources, I know that's because they've sat down with a librarian.
So the instruction gives them that human connection.
Overall, the presentations have gotten much better. They have a lot more of the information we're looking for, and they just seem more likely to present something that they're interested in.
I see the results in the product the students bring to me.